What's going on, my broskiis? My name is Toadskii, back again, here to bring you guys yet another One Piece Treasure Cruise video. And in today's video, we're having a look at all the brand new information that was just revealed today. A lot of this stuff we already know, just talking about the Sugo Fest, the structure, the batch, like we already know that kind of thing. But it's just there's just a couple of things that we didn't know heading into this Sugo Fest that were officially announced today that I wanted to bring to your attention, just in case if you were deciding on pulling in this Sugo Fest. So this Sugo Fest, as we all know, starting January 28th, the day after is going to have the part 2, and then 2 days after that is part 3. Again, I don't really know why they decided to structure it 28, 29, and then 31st. Very bizarre. But one thing about this Sugo Fest that was not known, that now we do know, even though we could have made, a pretty good guess that it was going to happen, 10% chance to get a red poster. So it is double red rate, but they offset that with the fact that they put so many legends in the freaking banner. It's so stupid. We'll go through, I have like an infographic made by my mate, Captain Papi. We'll go through that in this video as well. But for part 1, there's actually 30 available legends. Now, if there's 30 legends at a 20% red rate, there is going to be a very, very small chance to get, specifically Cat Viper and Dogstorm, and just because of that alone, part 1's going to be terrible. But part 2 and 3 do look a little bit more enticing, as, you only have 20 available legends, so each character should be 0.5% chance to pull. Should, right? And in terms of the rare recruits, we'll go through that in a moment, when we go look at the infographic, but just wanted to bring to your attention, 10% red rate, 30 legends on part 1, but then 20 on part 2 and also on part 3, so keep that in mind. And just below that, they talk about a brand new gem sale. Now, this gem sale looks kind of crazy, starting January 28th, and it goes for the entire month of February, essentially, up until the 25th. It does look like we're going to be getting some big event on the 25th of February, or just, a new event at least. Not just a big one, but just a new event on the 25th. And it does say in this gem pack that there is going to be one you can purchase for 280 rainbow gems you can get. That's a lot, and hopefully it doesn't cost too much. But then the one below that, this pack is crazy. You can purchase this twice, by the way, where you get 200 gems, a limited pool legend ticket. Now, that shouldn't include Cat Dog, but it should include every other regular batch character. Probably like the ones that happened during the New Year's celebration, where it was like April 2021 onwards. So characters like Vivi Rebecca V2, Shirahoshi Mancherry V2 onwards, which would include like Reiju Vivi, Superclass Katakuri, Dofi, Rob Lucci, Reiju Vivi, characters like that should be in that ticket. But then below that, it mentions special rare recruit, a Pirate Rumble Sugo Fest only character guaranteed. Now, I know a lot of people are going to get this incorrect. This does not mean you're guaranteed to get a Rumble legend. It is not the case, right? It is not a guaranteed legend in a Rumble ticket, right? It's not a Kuma, NL, Borsalino. It's none of that. It just means that you get just a regular ticket that can have PvP rare recruits, and if you get a red from those tickets, yes, it can be Kuma, Borsalino, and Aru. Just want to make sure that is known, because I know a lot of people are going to be upset if they do their pull and it's not a red poster. The first one is a generic legend. The next one is a rare recruit ticket for a PvP rare recruit, okay? The one below that, though, we've got a Treasure Cruise Feast and then 5 Training Drinks L. As I said, you can purchase that twice. It's pretty good value, and I assume it's probably going to be like, what, $100 maybe? If that, we'll have to wait and see what it actually costs. But it's a pretty good value for what you get. But then there's other ones, 115 gem pack. Hopefully those ones are relatively cheap. And then you've obviously got the other ones, and including the 10 gems, which usually it's like a one-time purchase, like $1 for 10 gems. Typically always a really good value out of that. And then Jade Rumble Scroll set as well, which is kind of cool. And you also get an EXP set, which are not really worth getting. If you don't have a lot of Rumble Scrolls, the Rumble Scroll set is okay, I suppose, but not the best, honestly, not the best. But pretty interesting gem sales, especially the 280 and the 200 gem pack look very, very enticing. Just depends on their price. And just in case you wanted even more rainbow gems, there's going to be a brand new login bonus starting tomorrow, which will include up to 20 rainbow gems for the first 15 days of the event. And then for the second event period, there is going to be an additional 10 rainbow gems given out. Now, that second part starts on February 15th, so I would assume that there's going to be like another big Sugo Fest on the 15th, which it would honestly probably be the Treasure Map Sugo Fest. So a lot of people have been predicting there's going to be another Treasure Map legend this month. I hope that's not the case, but honestly, who knows? But because we already know at this point that the treasure map character arriving is going to be Perospero, people have been predicting a new Carrot legend or a new Wanda legend, so we'll have to wait and see how that one progresses. But it seems exciting either way. But that's just a guess. I assume that there might be something big on the 15th because they're splitting the login bonus into 2 parts. Really, it's kind of weird. You'd think they'd just do 1 login bonus for the 30 days or 25 days, however many days they want to do. But no, they've decided to split it up, which leads me to believe there being something halfway through the month, right? So there you go. That's the brand new login bonus. A lot of free rainbow gems given out, up to 30 throughout the entire event period just by logging in. And then, of course, we have the official announcement of the Jack event. So the Jack event, of course, as soon as you clear the 8-star difficulty, you get an additional 100,000 bounty added to your account. But then, of course, you can get some pretty good rewards, including a legend ticket, rainbow gems, stamina meats, and also, you know, Jack himself. And the Jack unit, I don't think he's like the best free-to-play, you know, point farming unit that we've had. He's acceptable. He's nothing game-breaking, though, that's for sure. And then it goes through the boosted list here. So we've got the brand new Dog and Cat are going to be the highest point boosters, no surprise there. Rhodey BB, Dog Storm 3 Musketeers, also going to be relatively high boosters. The Kizuna 5+ Blackbeard is also going to be a relatively high booster, so you probably want to bring him. And then we've also got the other Blackbeard, so the pre evolved Blackbeard is also going to be boosted, which is kind of weird. And then we've got the new free-to-play Jack. But then you've also got a couple other characters going to be boosted. You've got Mr. 2 Bon Clay, Kaido Crew, Roger Newgate, Luffy Straw Hats, and then also Dog and Cat, which is the dual unit Dog and Cat is going to be boosted as well, which is pretty funny. The super evolution of regular Dog and Cat as well as Carrot are boosted, and then a bunch of other, like, just miscellaneous units. So it's pretty cool. There's a pretty good amount of boosted units to be using here, and of course when this event goes live, I will be bringing you guys with like a breakdown of this event. Interesting though, I just noticed this, that the Jack event starts on the 29th, but the Sugo Fest starts tomorrow, same as the login period. So there's like 1 day of nothing, and then the Jack event comes out. It's a bit of a weird one. I don't know how I feel about that. That's really, really strange. But either way, that's all the information that was officially revealed today. I want to go ahead and have a look at the infographic relating to the actual Sugo Fest, though. Alright, so here we are at the infographic. Shout out to my man Captain Papi for creating this one. You guys can't see the part 3 entirely, but we'll go through it in just a moment. But just looking at this at face value, part 1 is already terrible. Just look how many additional, 10 additional legends here. And remember, it's still a 10% red rate, which means that the 10% red rate has to be distributed amongst these characters. Meaning that Dog and Cat are going to, they're just going to have less rate to be pulled. Now, they could pull a funny one on us, and if they do, then part 1 might be crazy. Because, like, if they make them, like, 0.75 per unit on part 1, bro, that would be absolutely nuts. And it would make part 1 actually worth pulling for. But at this point, no, it's not. Part 1 is just terrible, because not only will they add additional legends, they'll also like severely like de-rate boost these units, and they've done it in the past. I would not be surprised if they did it again. But as for the other characters here, I mean, like Saber, who's you got the super class units, Dofi and Katakuri, both really good. I mean, Boa Hancock's fine, Lucci's great, Magellan's average, Zora's alright. I mean, just a lot of old units, to be honest. It doesn't look like a very good Sugo Fest. Even if you're the type of player that doesn't have a lot of legends, this doesn't look like a very good Sugo Fest to be pulling on, because once you get past like the first 2 rows, if that, there's like a couple of just old legends. I mean, not saying all these units are bad though. Like Viva Rebecca's still nice, Sabo is pretty good. I mean, Sobermask, should I say. Luffy Zora is still usable, like Komurasaki, Onami, like they're fine, but they're just old units, right? Really weird. And then as for the limited step, it goes down to this, and then super limited step is going to be restricted to 8 units, but as I said, typically the new debut legends will be like severely rate boosted down, so that these other units will have a much higher chance to be pulled. So just at face value, part 1 is terrible. So part 2, however, this one right here with Dog Storm, we can see that we got Dog, we got Robin and Jinbei, Dofi, Perona, Lucci, Marco, Zoro, Sweet Commanders, Boa, Kid, Snake Man, and then, man, they don't put a lot of newer units up the top here. That's actually kind of crazy. They're really restricting this banner. And then the limited step here is 10 legends. And hopefully, and typically, in parts 2 and 3, the debut legend will be equal rate with the rest of the characters available. So it should be a 0.5% chance to be pulled, okay? And that, I mean, just looking at part 2, I mean, Robin, Jinbei, Dofi, Perona, Lucci, like all of the top 5 are really strong units to have. Sweet Commanders is really good to have. Snake Man is amazing to have. Carrot's nice. Bullet is usable still. But I mean, like Marco, he doesn't really see that much play. Just honestly, it doesn't seem like that good of a Sugo Fest, honestly. And then if we look over at part 3, which is where my face cam is covering, now this is the Cat Viper step. Once again, only 20 available legends, but we've got like Cat, Sabo, Nami Usopp, Katakuri, like Boa, like these are like the characters that were the least desirable units from their debut batch. Like when you look at Nami and Usopp, people wanted the Robin Jinbei more. When you look at Katakuri, people wanted Doflamingo more. When you look at Boa, people wanted Perona more. So they're putting the least desirable ones here, which is kind of weird. But then, like, Whitebeard Shanks, still a really god unit. Then you got Bonnie, you've got Magellan, Luffy Sanji, Sober Mask still good, Kaido V1 still pretty nice, but I mean a lot of people have Kaido at this point, and then the limited step gives you these ones right here. So honestly, I have to say it, this doesn't look like a very good Sugo Fest to be pulling on. I'm only going to be doing like 3 or 4 multis at most. Probably the first guaranteed legend step is what I'm going to go to. This doesn't look like a good banner. There's no discounts. It doesn't seem that enticing to me. I'm good. I'm going to do a couple multis on the Dogstorm part because I really want to get Dogstorm. But either way, guys, that's going to wrap up this video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Hopefully you guys understand what I'm trying to say to you guys. I just don't think that this banner is really worthwhile. I would recommend saving your gems until like the next Super Sugo Fest, honestly. But that is going to wrap it up. Thank you very much for watching. And if you guys did enjoy the video, make sure to go ahead and leave a like. And if you want to stay up to date with all the content that I post, including more One Piece Treasure Cruise content, make sure to hit the subscribe button down below. But on that, guys, I'll see you guys within the next video.